Hello and welcome back. Thank you for joining me. So today I'm going to be changing the tyres on the Hayabusa. So the Hayabusa is on the ABBA stand at the moment. I absolutely love this stand and look how gorgeous she looks. Right, so I've also got an ABBA bead breaker. I've taken the the wheels off already, and yeah, you're gonna have to bear with me. I've never changed tyres on the motorcycles before, so it's a learning curve. I have watched some videos, I know the basics, I've got hopefully all the tools, and yeah, it's either a crash or a burn. So if you know what you're doing and I'm doing something wrong, just please just hold it in. Don't go commenting loads of stuff that I'm doing things wrong. I'm learning, so yeah, let's give it a go, see how I do. Bear with me. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is take out the valve core. It's going to make a nice whistle. Okay, so there we go. Oh. Now, the valve core, what I've read on the or seen on the internet, the valve core needs to be taken out, because if you try to take the air out without the valve core and you're just holding it in, when you're breaking the bead, it's going to make things really difficult, because there's going to be some air inside. But the idea now is when I'm moving the tyre around, all the air can go out of that valve. Right, so now I'm going to try and see if it's as easy as it looks to break off the bead. So again, I've never done this, bear with me. There we go, bead's broken on there on that side, so it's just to repeat and do the other side. I have to say, for the first time of doing it, it was easy on the other side to pop the bead. Just turning that over then, you've got to really push down and make sure you're using all of the threads to pop that other side, because the tyre's not sitting properly, so it's a bit more tricky is what I'm trying to say. Right, that is the bead broken on both sides now. Okay, so in the kit of the ABBA stuff, you get these 3 wheel wall protectors, you get the tyre lube and these levers. Some people said they found that the levers are quite short and not enough leverage. But looking at these, they look really good and hefty actually. So I have gone and bought what they call spoons, and that's meant to be easier. So I've gone and bought those, and it came with these. These look really cheap compared to, actually they're about the same to be fair, but I've got a lot of them. So let's see how easy it's going to be now to take this off. This is the bit I'm not looking forward to. So I'm going to put the tyre lube on here to make it a little bit easier for me. So we'll do that now. There are some other types of these actually that I did see I might invest in the future. They're just plastic and they just slip in and out like this, but because they're plastic they're easier. So let's see how easy this is going to be. So I have actually read or listened to people. The tube, the tyre, needs to be in the middle of the wheel, so there's like a little recess. So there's a metal bead. Can you see me? I feel like I'm miles away. So there's a metal bead, no, a metal wire that goes around the tyre, and you just can't move it, you can't manipulate it in any way. So the only way to do it, to get more, to get it to go over the lip of the wheel, is to have it in the groove. If it's anywhere near the top of the bead, it's the same circumference as the wheel, and therefore it won't pop over. So make sure the tyre's in the middle like this. I'm going to use my knees and then see if... Right, there's one. Two. Three. Right. So I'm going to continue putting some of these around because I've got enough of them. And I've been told to do baby steps. Baby steps. There we go. It's popping over nicely. Right, well, there we go. I think it's done. That was actually very easy if you listen to people that know what they're doing. Look at that. There we go. Okay, so now that the tyre's off, I'm going to change the valve stem. So I don't know if the camera picks it up, but there's just very tired and worn, so I'm going to change that. A part of the kit I've bought, I've got quite a few of these valve stems, all the tools I need to take the valves cores out and change things here. So I believe I just need, I'm going to put this down because I'll end up cutting myself. I need to cut this one out. I just need to cut this one out. Don't want to cut the bike wheel. I'm going to do this on the side. I'm trying to get you to see it, but there's a certain way to cut it because there's a metal core going through the middle, so you can't cut it through the core. Obviously you've got to go through the rubber, and trying to show you guys what to do is making things difficult, but it's all worth it, isn't it? There we go. I've got the last little bit. Boop. And this should pop out. Boop. There we go. All sorted. Now we need to make sure it's clean under here where it's going to seat, and it's clean up here where I'm going to pull it through. Make sure the inside of this is clean, and back and forth, back and forth. Can anyone hear me? Because I sound like a moron. Right, there we go. Right. Okay. so that's done now. I've lost my valve. There we go, there it is. Now I'm going to grab some of this lubey stuff, just a tiny bit. So pull this through here. Oh, make lots of noise. There we go. Now that should I need to put pressure on this side. There we go. Oh, beautiful. And that's seated nicely. So now I can undo it. So, has that got the core in it? Has that got the core in it? It does. Right then, so that's the new valve stem in, nice and clean and in a good place. So, tyre. Let's get the tyre. So I was really torn of what tyres to get, and in the end, after speaking to a number of individuals and some garages that race bikes, I was advised there's quite a lot of this. It's all about budget, isn't it? It's all about money, and I don't have loads of it. I'm not a millionaire. Would be nice, wouldn't it? The main things I want to do on the Hayabusa, so everyone might know the Hayabusa sort of tear up the back tyres. I want some longevity out of the tyres. I want good handling and maybe, you know, just a bit more sort of road touring, faster speeds, and 1 or 2 track days a year. I was meant to go last year for a track day, just didn't happen. So there's a there's a chap that I was speaking to that owns his own garage locally to me. He's ridden the TT tracks a number of times, and there's a sort of a motorcycle route that people go from where I am to Wales that's quite twisty and turny, and he was explaining how on these tyres that I have, they're just, for my type of bike, they will be really good. So they are a cost-effective tyre, but according to this person who is a TT rider, or ex-TT rider, they're a good tyre. So I have gone for, can I find them? I have gone for the Angel GTs. So they're a hard compound in the middle, and they're a soft compound, so a dual compound. I think a lot of manufacturers are going dual compounds now. So I suppose the bit I've just done was the easy bit. I've now got to do the hard bit, haven't I? And I'm sort of procrastinating. Did I say that right? Procrastinating? I don't know. Anyway, the next thing that I need to do is, you can see here there's an arrow, so that means that the wheel needs to go that way, and on here somewhere there'll be an arrow. Where's my arrow? Ah, there we go, arrow there. Say front wheel, so they need to go in the right direction. That is very helpful. Now the second thing that someone on YouTube said is, you got a little red marker here, like a paint. It can be any colour, red, yellow, whatever. Supposedly that is the lightest part of the tyre. I may have that the wrong way around, so it's either the lightest or the heaviest. Either way, they advise any paint mark should go opposite, go next to the valve. So if it's heavier, that's lightest. If that's the heaviest, that's the lightest. So it's one of those way of things. So that needs to go by valve, and yeah, so by the valve, tyre direction going this way, wheel direction going that way. So I think that's pretty much it. Now the bit I'm not really keen to do. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. First thing I'm gonna do is get some of this tyre stuff and put it on here. Little bites, little bites. Right. I'm going to take this one off now, see if I can spin it around this way. There we go. And a bit of lube. Oh, fuck it up. Fucking hell. Right, so I've got this charger. I don't think it's going to work, but we'll give it a go. A bit. I can see it moving. There we go. And that's seated. Right. So now it's time to balance the wheel. Right. Front wheel and tyres together. Now I'm knackered. I'm absolutely knackered. I mean, that's the first time I've done it. Hands are filthy, cut my nail. It was hard work. Now, the reason why I think it was hard for me, it's now 9 o'clock at night. It's below 12 degrees. It's cold, really. The tyre's not as supple, so I think it was really difficult, so it did take me a long time, but it is on. I think the more you do it, and yeah, I think the more you do it, it'll just be easier from then. I'm not going to not continue to do. I'm going to carry on trying to change tyres in the future, but anyone that wants to do it themselves, just so you're aware, it's easy to take the bead off, it's easy to take the wheel out, it's easy to take the tyre off. I just found that quite difficult to put the front one on, at least, and especially with the temperature dropping, and I found that the tyre wasn't moving with my knees. So I was trying to keep the tyre in the middle of the wheel, like I was saying at the start. Everyone I've watched do this, they say put it in that groove so that the tyre can go around the circumference of the wheel, and I was trying to do that, but the tyre was bending, but just not supple. It was just sort of stuck in the same place. But anyway, that's now done. It's 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. Sun's going down. You can see the moon up there. So I'm gonna get the balancer and I'm gonna balance the wheels now, and put the wheel back together, the bike back together, put everything away. So I'll pick the camera up once I've got the balancer together. I've got to do a bit of tidying up, so bear with me. Right, okay, so I've just come in at the moment, temporarily. It is all together, so I've just had to build all this. So it's again the ABBA wheel balancer. Now, this is the way that I believe MotoGP riders balance all their wheels. When you go to track days, people balance their wheels on this, so I'm really comfortable to do it this way. So the idea is you literally put the wheel on and it will naturally settle to the heaviest spot. So you just let it continue. So okay, so that's now it's heaviest. I've just got some tape, and what I'm going to do is literally just get my tape, go 90 degrees and go bang. There. So the idea is now I get my weights. So if I just quickly grab my weights, mine go to 520, 2.5, 2.5, yeah, so mine's 5, 2.5. So I need to see if, as I've never done this before, I need to see how much to put on. So I'm going to use 12.5. So the way I'm going to do this is, again, a bit more tape, and right, a bit more tape, and I'm going to put this right into here. Hopefully it'll stick, and my tape doesn't stick. I need to get different tape. Bear with me, Dad, you might have to cut some of this. Right, so that's on there. So the idea now, you move that to the side, and if it moves, so again I'm going to bring it this side, and as you can see, that's not moving. So that is the right weight, so I'm very lucky. So all I do now that's the right weight, I can take this off. And now just give it a bit of a clean. I'm using a degreaser. I want it to stick really well. in this bit here. Okay, and now what I'm doing, this has got a little bit of tape, so I'm going to pull that off, and I'm going to put this as close, I'm going to actually do it at the bottom here, I'm going to put this as close to the wall as possible. Okay, so just make sure before I really push that down. Okay, so it's moving slightly, so I might be slightly off where I put it, so if I move it here. Okay, move it here. Okay, so I'm going to push that down now, and I'm going to just, and I'll probably heat it up a little bit, just making sure that it's really stuck on there, and that's the job done. Bike and tyre fitted, bike balanced. Done. Done. Don't know what I've done here. Right, okay, so to sum it up then, that's everything done. It is pitch black outside, so I'm going to have to put the bike back together in the dark. However, tyre change, first time I've done it, quite difficult, not going to lie. Well, I found it very difficult actually. So it was easy to break the bead, got the equipment, it was easy to take the tyre off. I found it hard to put the tyre on. I do, as I said earlier, put that down to the tyre actually not being warm, and I did find it hard. I think the more I'll do it and the better equipment I have, so I do want to change the wheel alloy protectors to the plastic ones. I want to change them to the plastic ones. The rubber ones, they kept closing, the molds kept closing together, so I couldn't put it around the lip, and then when the tyre was actually getting tighter to the wheel, that's when I was finding it really hard. So yeah, there we go, that's my learning. I'm going to do the back tyre tomorrow, and I'll see if I bring you to that, but thank you.